If on some sunny Sunday afternoon you've driven north of Fort Wayne on the Tonkel Road and ran across this unusual-looking building, well, then you've had your first encounter with Earth Sheltered Homes.
It's not any different than above ground, except you don't hear rain when it rains. You don't hear wind when the wind blows. External noises you don't hear. Other than that, there's not that much difference.
Dick Abbott was one of the first people in our area to explore the energy-saving potential of living underground. You see, back in 1978, he started building an earth-sheltered home, and by combining the heating potential of the sun with the insulating properties of the earth, he's found success in using Mother Nature to keep his utility bills enviously low. Here's how it works. All three sides of his home are built into a hill. The south side is all solar collector panels. Even in the dead of winter, the earth remains at about 55 degrees. So with three sides of his home underground, no matter how cold it gets outside, the inside of the Abbott home stays at about 50 degrees. That means with even a minimum of sunshine, the collector panels can easily warm the living areas to a comfortable 75 degrees or more. Well, that sounds simple enough, but what if it's cloudy for a number of days or even a number of weeks?
This is our only backup as far as heat.
And with the insulating benefit of having the home built into the ground, $80 of firewood is enough to keep the Abbott family warm through the entire winter. Although the house is 100 feet long, it's only 16 feet wide. And that long and narrow design is very much unlike a conventional home. But Dick says his family doesn't suffer even a hint of claustrophobia.
One of the objections that people were telling me was that it's only one room wide. But you walk in any house and their rooms aren't over 16 feet wide. Structurally, they have to have a weight-bearing wall there. Well, it doesn't make any difference whether the room's on over there or on over here. In fact, it works out kind of neat because I got the older kids with their stereos on that end, and we're on this end with the younger ones. So it worked out real good.
If by now you're beginning to think that living underground doesn't sound like a bad idea, well, then talking to Kathleen and Randy Wolf might convince you that it is, in fact, a very good idea.
Almost everybody wants an earth home, and everybody's afraid to build one. And I think once one's been standing for a few years and they see that person has had no problems with it, I think they're going to have excellent resale value.
Kathy and Randy moved into their earth-sheltered home in 1981, and since then they've heard a particular question asked time and time again.
Do you feel closed in? And actually we don't. I mean, there's plenty of light in here, and I mean, you don't have a window in the living room to look out of, but there is somewhere in the area of 3,000 square feet in the house, and it doesn't look that big, but it's deceiving from the road, but it's larger than you would think when you become inside.
The principle in their home is just the same as in Richard Abbott's home. The underground design conserves heat, and the south-facing windows take full advantage of the sun. At the heart of their three-bedroom home is an atrium 17 feet high. The warm air collects here in winter and is circulated through the house by a simple ceiling fan. Whatever warm air there may be in the summer also rises to the peak of the atrium and is vented outside. Both these families now living underground are convinced this is the wave of the future, and they agree that the key to success is doing your homework.
Most of the problems that come from earth-sheltered homes are because people want to build them themselves and perhaps have not done enough investigation into it.
So the moral to the story is?
To know what you're doing before you build an earth-sheltered home on your own.
I would think that for the average person it would be ideal because of, it doesn't cost you anything to heat it all winter. I can't imagine, if I did sell it, I can't imagine moving back into a conventional house.
We have been asked whether we are really happy here and whether we do it all again. And to that question, we definitely would. And I don't think we do anything differently than
I'm completely satisfied.
What we have, and we love it.
How many people do you know of who's got air conditioning in the summertime and doesn't have to pay for it?
Again, as they suggested, if you're interested in building an underground home, do your homework. And also, there's a magazine called Earth Shelter Digest that might be able to provide some valuable information.
Okay, well, we've got some other guests with us on the show today.